Doesn't that look straight?
Yeah, it's plenty one.
Yeah, I probably should move in slightly.
Here, I'm gonna sit there. You tell me.
Yes! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Heat and Soul Podcast. Today I'm talking about Indy Sports Film. How you doing, my boy?
What's up, my boy? I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, it's real cool.
Appreciate you for having me.
Yeah. I'm really excited to have you on. Talk some basketball, talk some filming.
Yes, sir.
Kenny, how you doing, man?
You already know you. I'm doing good.
Yeah,
I'm doing great.
All right. Kenny's always here with us. BK's in the background. We got Dad behind the camera. Leo's not with us today, but that's okay. He's out somewhere in Florida. But before we start the podcast, I want to congratulate you on your job with the Pacers for filming, man.
Thank you, man.
That's real cool.
Appreciate it, bro.
That's real cool. It's really cool to see where you come from,
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
where you're at. It's real cool, man.
Hard work and grinding, man. You got it, bro. Perfect combination.
That's what it is.
Combination success.
Yep.
Yep. But before we start the podcast, I do want to pray over the podcast like we do every podcast. So let's pray now. Lord God, Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for everything you blessed us with. Thank you that we can sit down and talk with people and have conversations. Thank you for this podcast. Thank you that I'm joined by all these people today. Continue to bless us and be with us. We pray for his family. We pray for Kenny's family, Brian's family, and my family. Continue to bless this podcast. Bless Indy Sports Film. Thank you that he got to come out here and talk to us today. Thank you for the opportunities in life. Continue to let us strive for greatness with our podcast. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, man. So let's get into it. Give us your journey. Like, where did you start? How did you start out filming?
The journey, man. All right, bro. So basically, I started pretty much. I've been filming for years, bro. So I went to college for filming. I've been filming since college, so probably about 12 years, 13 years or so. But yeah, my sports filming started when Q was 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old. Yeah, bro. And honestly, I stole a camera from my job that I was working at. I was working at KYB. I was a marketing coordinator there.
Okay.
And I was taking pictures of all the parts in the warehouse, right? So I was the only person in this room in my little cubicle area. I was the only person there, and we had a professional camera there, right? Mm-hmm. So I would take the camera on the weekends, and I would go and shoot basketball, right?
Okay.
And then I come back. I was the only person in the room, so when I came back, I put the camera back, and that's really how I started. That's how I developed my, my skills. You know what I mean? I had a camera, man. When you got a dream and you got vision, right? You can't let nothing stop you from getting there. You know what I mean? You can't get in trouble or do no crazy stuff, but you know you gotta get it how you live, man.
Yeah.
And that's how I started.
So like, what decided to make you want to actually do the camera stuff? What motivated you to even get into thinking about recording film? Was it just simply school and all that? Is what you knew?
No, for Indy Sports Film, bro, I started filming my son, so I'm pretty sure most people know my son is Quentin Rose, and that's kind of how my love for filming basketball started, because I always had a camera in my hand. When I was in college, I was a cameraman, taking pictures at parties and stuff. But yeah, for basketball, that's how I started. So my son was playing, and I just filmed every one of his games, just taking pictures of him and stuff, and that's kind of how it developed. So yeah, man, being in the gym with him every weekend, that's how it developed. And then
Boys in the gym.
Yeah, you know, facts. So I was just, I'm an entrepreneur at heart, bro. So once I got in the gym and started filming, I'm like, I can't be somewhere every weekend and not making something shake. You know what I mean?
Right. Because there's always content everywhere you go.
Right.
Always.
Yep, I'm just an entrepreneur, bro. I'm entrepreneur mindset to the core. So
there's always some money to be made somewhere.
Yeah.
Something.
Fact. So yep, I went home, and as soon as I thought to make it a business, went home, made the logo, and here we are.
Today, sitting here talking to him. How'd you come up with like this Indy Sports Film, like the logo? Like, walk us through that process coming up with the logo, because I know I had an impact on my logo. My dad had an impact on my logo. My sister actually had an impact on my logo, which I've never talked about that before. My sister actually came up with Heat and Soul. That name, that was her. But how did you come up with Indy Sports Film and like the logo, and now you have this brand, which we'll talk about about later.
Yeah.
Boys in the Gym. But how did you come up with that?
Okay, the logo was simply just the name and the idea of doing what I was doing, so filming, and pretty much just wanted a camera, and I really didn't have too much direction when I had my boy make it. That was it. So I made the first logo, but then I had to recreate it and have my boy make it. So he just put his little twist on there. And if y'all see on my logo, I got a bunch of different sports: basketball, football,
There's tennis.
tennis, a whole bunch of stuff on there. So the idea is to still do
Branch out.
Yeah, branch out and do multiple sports. So that was kind of the idea behind that. Yeah.
And that's super cool that you can. There's so much to do in filming. Like there's so many ways you can hit with, especially with sports, because sports are unlimited. Sports are everywhere. So it's really crazy. So what was like the first big pop off game that you had that went not viral, but like that was big? Give us a
One
couple.
that meant a lot, man.
Yeah, what was a game that meant a lot?
A game that meant a lot to me.
Like in the channel, like your channel. Shout out your YouTube channel real quick. And shout out your Instagram.
Indy Sports Film, man, on all platforms. Go check it out.
Facebook, Instagram.
TikTok. Yeah, every platform. Go check it out.
You upload a lot, but you upload your photos to Facebook.
All my photos go to Facebook for the most part. I do throw some out on Instagram, but yeah, for the most part, it's Facebook. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, going back to that, go ahead and walk us through the process of, not process, but like, what was your first game that meant to you that you actually filmed?
I don't know, bro. Honestly, man, I love filming, bro. So every game is, you know what I mean, it's special to me. You know what I mean? I say that when I went to the battle Balling on the Beach.
Okay, down in Florida.
Yeah, Miami. So I say that was probably one of my most memorable tournaments prior to this day. And then Alabama, when I went to Alabama.
Was that Hoover?
Hoover,
Yeah.
Hoover, Alabama. Yeah. So
That's a nice complex.
it is fire out.
Yeah, that's a really nice complex.
Yep. So I say probably one of them two.
And tell us some of your like downfalls throughout this whole journey, because everything don't run as smooth as you planned. So what was some things that you had to run into? You had to just overcome. You know what I mean? What was some failures? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we ain't really made it yet, so we still trying to overcome.
I feel like that because you have that mindset.
Yeah, we still overcoming stuff to this day. So I say a big thing, man, is just finding dedicated help, right? When you an entrepreneur, you got a cameraman, and you have unlimited opportunities to do whatever you want, right? It's hard to keep people dedicated to the mission, especially if it's not their mission, right? Because a lot of people don't want to support other people's missions if it's not their own, and then some people get inspired by your dream or whatever you're doing, right? Yeah. And then instead of supporting it, they want to do the same thing as you, right? So a lot of times I get that, right? I try to have people come help, you know what I mean, and they'll either want to run off and do the same thing or just, you know what I mean.
We've run into that.
Yeah, I mean, there's really no way to avoid it, but I say just trying to grow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need, in order to grow and get where you need to be, you know what I mean, it takes a team, as y'all know, right? So you can only do what you can do for so long, you know what I mean? So I say building the team, keeping the team, building a solid team. That's probably the biggest hurdle. That's what keeps me on my toes so much because I don't have a team. So I gotta work 24/7. You know what I mean? So it just depends, bro. But I say that's probably the biggest obstacle.
Yeah, that's facts.
Do you what was I gonna ask? Do you have how many videos do you think you've done? Like truthfully, like how many videos do you think you've done?
Man, bro, that's a tall
number.
Yeah, I say probably maybe 1,000 or more. I say probably 1,000 or more.
1,000 videos.
Well, I know I got 900
on YouTube.
Yeah, 900 posts on YouTube. Majority of them are videos. So I say probably, I don't know, man. It's standing in the dark, but a lot.
You've been filming like fully. How long have you had Indy Sports Film for? 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, I started 2018, late 2018.
But a little backstory. I
2018.
Yeah, I remember when he first started filming at Best Choice Fieldhouse, filming his boy. It was when he played Team Hawk, right? They had the yellow jerseys. They had everything, and he would. Funny story. he would coach and he'd have the camera at the same time.
Nah, I can't.
That is true.
Maybe 1 or 2 times.
I remember that. Hey, he would coach. There was one time I remember you were coaching, and you had the camera at the exact same time.
Probably.
That was the very beginning, but then he started getting into filming, and then he started going to bigger events.
Yeah.
And now, yeah.
Yep. But yeah, man, it's a like with the filming and the coaching thing, bro. Like I love both equally, to be honest, right? And I really gotta pick and choose because you can't do both. Yeah. So, and with my son being young right now, having the opportunity to coach him before you go off to the next level and in the hands of other people, you kind of want to be there and coach. Yeah. Especially if you got the means to coach, you want to. You know what I mean? But I love filming too, so I kind of
is it more about just like the player development, like you just simply said, you see players.
As far as coaching?
Yeah, just as far as coaching and filming, man. You were watching the players develop over time. You know what I mean? And like, is that why you're so stuck on it, basically?
Yeah, bro. It's like 2 of my passions combined. You know what I mean? So I love basketball, bro. Before I picked up the camera, I was hooping. So
right.
I love basketball. It's my first love. My true first love is hooping. So I love basketball with everything in me, bro. That's what I do. So and then filming is equally the same.
Tops it off,
it's equally the same. So just partnering the two, you know what I mean, and doing it. I love doing it for the kids. I love putting my city on. I love, giving back to the kids that I see, you know what I mean? Yeah. Some kids who can't afford, so I started Indy Sports Film doing stuff for free, right? Okay. I never charged nobody to film, right?
Really?
Never.
I was going to get into that.
I didn't know that.
Developing the brand, bro, I never charged for nothing. You know what I mean? Everything was free. It was a passion. You couldn't pay me not to do it. You know what I mean? It didn't matter. I was just working. It's what I like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And it was a hobby of mine. So I'm filming. I'm going out filming my boy, and then after his game, I'm still sticking around filming other people. You know what I mean? Or if I see a kid that goes against my boy, you know what I mean, and he goes off, then I pitch him a mixtape. You know what I mean? And this is all on the strength, just doing it because I wanted to, and having a vision of what I wanted to do with, you know what I mean, with my brand. So that's initially how it started.
Yeah, I love that because I was going to ask, like, man, what made you want to start filming other players? Like, what made you, you know what I mean, like, decide, man, let me go film this guy next game, man, because he balling, like. And like you said, you answered pretty perfectly. You put them for your city. You know, a lot of these kids are young. They don't got no type of, audience. Right. You know what I mean? You helping them out tremendously. You helping them out tremendously. So.
Yeah, bro, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, man. I just like doing it. You know what I mean? That's what it boils down to.
Yeah. And going back,
passionate, you'll love it.
And going back to the very beginning, like giving these kids stuff like for free, like free mixtapes. Yeah. That helped. Let's say that kid had a following, right? Let's say he had 1,000, 2,000 followers on Instagram. Right. That helped push. So that was smart on your part, right? Because you're dishing these kids free mixtapes. Right. Hey, yo, I got a mixtape for you. Trying to post it on Instagram.
Yeah, this was bro, 2018. Like honestly, I don't even know when IG started, but 2018, like
it was like 2002.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of people really on IG like that. So in my mind, that wasn't a thing. Like, I'm gonna do this for free for you because you got certain followers. It was never that like that. It was in the beginning. Now, like right now, that's definitely the case. Like, if I was gonna do something free for you, it'd be because you got clout on social media.
20K.
You know what I mean? And it's beneficial for both people. Yeah. You know what I mean? And my time is worth something. You know what I mean? So if
time is money.
Right. You know what I mean? So it's an even exchange. You know what I mean? In my opinion, yeah. So, but when I first started, it didn't matter. It was just merely off of that person going crazy, and me wanting to create something. I'm a creator, bro. Yeah. I've always been a creator. So, like I said, I had business before this, Bless Production, and I was making T-shirts and logos and stuff. So anything that got to do with creating, bro, hit me. That's where you'll find me.
But content, it's limitless. Dude, it is limitless. There's so much you can do. Because you have your own brand, I mean, you're filming videos, and you're literally making your own stuff. There's so much you can do with content creation. There's so much you can do. It's limitless, dude. But going to your boys in the gym, how did this come along?
Boys in the gym, so it's self-explanatory, right? We was in the gym, and that's pretty much how it happened, bro. We was in the gym. Honestly, this is how it happened. We was in the gym on where Hawker League practices at. can't even remember the church, Barnes Church, right? We in there, and there's a player. I look over to the right. I'm standing in the middle of the court. I look over to the right. It's a dude with a boys in the hood hoodie on.
Okay.
And as soon as I seen the hoodie, bro, it dawned on me. Boys in the gym. As soon as I read his hoodie, it dawned on me. Boys in the gym. I went home that day and made the logo, bro. Made the logo that day, but I sat on it probably for like a year. I sat on the idea for probably like a year and a half. I didn't tell nobody. I made the logo, had the logo. I just knew that it wasn't the right time to launch it, so I did it, right? And I sat on it, and then when I finally found what I was missing as far as, just the right opportunity to launch it, then I just let it up. And that's why I was all she wrote.
And you're selling out.
Yeah.
You're selling out. Because you have, talk to me a little about, what do you have?
So the main sellers basically is the compression shirts. We got the Boys in the Gym logo. The compression shirts and the shorts is pretty much my big sellers. A lot of people around the city are rocking it. A lot of people is tapping in and supporting. So I appreciate all y'all. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, what's your other goals as far as like pushing this brand? Like, are you trying to evolve more? Do you want to collab with anybody, or you trying to, or just you want it independent for yourself and keep it all to yourself, man? Because like, you're doing big. Like people who it's a year-round thing.
Yeah.
They're gonna want shorts. They're gonna want all this, the basketball gear. So like, what's some other goals as far as pushing that brand out and getting out?
Yeah, for the most part, bro, honestly, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing and keep growing. So eventually develop a team of filmers to cover the area. You know what I mean? Get at least a team of maybe 10 or so videographers and a couple photographers, a couple editors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people to handle the merch and do all of that. So yeah, bro, I'm trying to be like a sports center of the Midwest sports, especially during school time. So at this year, during AAU season was probably my best year to date. I went everywhere this year, bro. I went over maybe 20, 25 cities this year. So it was great. It was the best year I had by far. And so AAU was always good. But outside of AAU, like I want to be a hub for middle school sports. Yeah. At the moment right now.
You're real passionate about it.
Yeah. So I love it. So I know as I grow, I'm gonna stay with the 2027, 2028 class. I'm gonna stay with them as they grow.
I like that.
But my intention is to grow, right,
and then build out.
Build out and have other people covering the middle school. So yeah, that's the goal.
That's super cool. What you can do. But I definitely see that in your future, like because once you find the right team and you find the right people and they're down to do, and you have a vision,
right,
and they see the same vision, it clicks just like that. And your boy and your daughter are actually starting to get into filming.
Yeah.
I've seen them. Yeah.
She loves it, bro. She loves it. I throw her a camera right now. She'll be ready. Yeah, she loves it.
I've seen a couple because I watch some of your videos sometimes. Like I watch some of the games you post, and like does she sit from the sideline on the bench? And is that her when she
You
records?
talking about the Indy Sports Film game?
Yeah.
Nah, that's
Who records that?
That's my wife that's recording.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she records those. Yeah, but my daughter, she'll take pictures and stuff. The camera's big, bro, and it's heavy, so it's a little too heavy for her to hold right now.
Yeah.
She loves taking pictures and stuff, but yeah, she on deck.
What was your favorite tournament to film this year?
My favorite tournament, it's a toss up, bro. It's a lot of them. We went to Baltimore in middle school elite tournament.
Okay.
Out there that was dope. We did, like I said, balling on the beach was dope. Alabama was dope. I say probably those three. Yeah. My son went crazy in one of the games in Baltimore, so it was dope. Yeah, that was a nice one.
If there's 3 videos on your channel, let's say they're going to watch 3 videos on your channel, right? What 3 videos are the craziest games to watch?
Oh, boy.
Or give us your top 5. We'll go top 5. Let's say my viewers want to go watch some of your videos.
Okay, go check out that free bands versus the gym rats 2028. Go check that out. Man, there's so many, bro. I honestly wouldn't even be able to tell you. Any of Cooper Zachary's videos from school ball or AAU go crazy. I can go check those out. Any one of my boys' videos, Quentin Votes, his videos go crazy. He's a walking highlight, man. skates are doing something crazy. So check those out. Yeah.
Or what was my favorite game to watch?
And I got my bad, not to cut you
No,
off.
you're good.
Bro, I got a lot of the middle school elite talent on my page. So if it's like a central hub for all of the people worth watching in middle school, if you ask me.
Right.
You know, some people might have their other opinions, but you can't go to another channel.
Okay.
You cannot go to another channel right now who will have more elite athletes on their page than me, and I stamp that right now. You can find the page, find the people, find the players, find it and show me, because there's not one person out there that's filming more than me when it comes to middle school sports right now.
I've done somebody that does filming, and we ran. Well, I'm sure you know, but we did another person that does filming, and we ran into the issue of like reposting.
Yeah.
But what I like about you is like you're real cool. Like I don't even gotta ask you. Like you'll repost my stuff.
Yeah.
And like, have you ever run into that issue with like you're like
People not reposting.
yeah? Have you ever run into that issue, especially at the very beginning? Did you ever run into something like that?
Well, yeah, people just not sharing and showing love to
Yeah,
their stuff.
especially when you're doing something for them. You know what I mean?
Right. Especially when you're doing something for them, yeah, that should be common courtesy. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's foul. That's foul. If you're doing something for somebody, you know what I mean? It's just common courtesy.
It's the truth. Like
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
Like if I'm putting time and effort into something, and you're not gonna repost it.
Yeah. You tag me in anything, I'm reposting.
Exactly. See, I don't even gotta ask him. Like like his camp. Like you can go through our DMs on Instagram, repost
Yeah.
after repost. Like I'll repost his stuff all the time because it's my guy.
Yeah,
Like
first.
we're just real cool like that.
Yeah, first.
But
I show the love, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I know
he's
how
not
to
scared
feel.
of the
Right.
light.
Yeah. So with that being said, like, what are so you know you say you heavy on middle school. What are some of the things that like? What's the difference from filming AAU ball or travel ball instead of high school ball? Is it any difference? Is it any harder? Is it?
Yeah.
Tell us the differences between them.
Okay, that's a good question, bro. So this will get you some insight on filming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Middle school is a lot slower, obviously. High school is
Right.
a lot faster. So my method and how I film has to change.
Right.
I do certain techniques from play to play that I can't really do in high school ball just because they score a bucket. Usually I do something to help me edit, right? And by the time I look back up, they're already
back.
down. They're already
Okay.
down court.
Okay.
So
So that.
high school is just a little bit faster, man. But for the most part, it's not too much different. You just gotta be more aware when you film in high school because stuff happens a lot faster. So
That's true. That's true. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah. So like so as far as like getting the process now, like how do you find the players you're gonna put on your social or any sports films? Is
yeah,
it
that's a
any
good
like
question too.
is it any like type of, or do you just like, man, that dude got it, let me reach out to him?
Yeah, so well, luckily we are in the mecca of basketball. We in the
Indiana.
best state you could possibly be in
Yeah,
for hoops. So
literally.
a lot of people just come to my backyard. The players that I don't know or haven't personally met, they just come here. You know what I mean? Because we so big in basketball, we got huge tournaments to go here every year.
Right.
So it's a good spot to find athletes and find talent to film. So
And you literally have the top programs in the country
Right,
here. You
right.
have Gym Rats, Indiana Elite, T 2027. My class ended up the #1 team in the country.
right, shout out
This
to
year.
them.
Yeah, shout out T, B Evans, Tonio, Brock.
Yep. The whole game, yeah. And the Midwest alone, so
Yeah, literally.
hour and a half, Cincinnati,
Ohio, Edmonton, yeah.
Right, so you got it's a lot of stuff just around here. So, but I say my son plays AAU too, so we are in the gym anyway every weekend. So you know what I mean. That's how I find a lot of players too.
You're traveling with the best talent in the country because all the best they are the best. I mean, balling at the beach.
Yeah.
Okay, so somewhat it comes to you kind of.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah. I mean, my son's playing, so if my son wasn't playing, then I would really have to step outside of what I'm doing, like break my routine to go film these games. But I'm already gonna be there because my boy's playing, so
Make it a little more easy. I like that.
One thing I've noticed, like when we go out, even like when we've done some of our vlogging, we've gone out. Like you see a dude with a camera, people are already they're already flocking to you, and they're like, "Yo, what do you do? Who are you? What do you do?" And like, is that how you find some people? Like, who are?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, yep. That happens all the time. Yep, it's a mixture of different ways, but yeah, I've been out. People just see you with a camera, come up to you right then, and
Yeah.
bro,
They already think you're somebody. Yeah.
Yep. Pitch the YouTube, pitch the Instagram, and it's on.
It's one follow.
Yeah.
One follow. That's what we're doing right now. Everything counts right now.
Yeah, go follow my mans, man. Follow my man. Heat and Soul Podcast. Get him up there.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. But let's pull this out real quick and let's look at your. So this is his gram. I'm gonna pull it away from the mic. So
This is his own official pair right
I
here.
got my own. We'll put this down. You know
That
what?
was nice.
Put this down here. Own official pair.
Yes, sir. Real
That was
deal.
fire.
We got the boys in the gym. Man, this talk about your quality.
It's high quality.
Yeah,
It's,
this is some high quality stuff.
yeah, zippers on the pockets, pockets all the way around. Yep, with the drawstring, the metal tips.
Yeah, that's fire.
These are fire. And what do these run you? Talk about your prices on your page. What do we?
So those right now they on sale for $50. Either if you go like NBA shorts, like the Lakers shorts, and the Bulls shorts, and all of those,
Yeah.
those are running $100.
Yeah, easy.
You know,
Yeah,
it just
easy.
depends. If you catch me at a booth or something, you know, I might mark the price down, but right now they have 50 on the website.
And what about your compression shirts?
Compression shirts go for 25.
Okay.
Compression shorts go for 25.
Okay.
I got t-shirts to go for 30. Dry fit and regular t-shirts. So yeah, make sure y'all tap in, show love, support. Yeah.
And then ladies.
Ladies, I can't forget.
Girls in the gym.
I got
See,
the girls in the gym.
I got you.
Okay. Yes,
I got you.
Yes, sir. I got the girls in the gym
got
too.
you.
So girls, make sure y'all go cop up and yeah, support the brand, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
girls in the gym, boys in the gym. We got it all in the gym, right? You know,
Yep.
right?
Yes,
Stay in the
sir.
gym rat. Yep, everything like that. But getting down to it, let's hop a little bit off of filming real quick.
Yeah.
Let's go into we're not quick fire, but let's just run into who's your GOAT. Who's your GOAT?
Who's my GOAT?
Yes.
Kobe is my GOAT. Kobe is my GOAT. Facts.
Okay, so we're gonna have 3 different opinions right here.
Yeah.
I'm a Jordan guy.
Okay. So when you think of Kobe and Jordan, they pretty much the same to me in my eyes. They like
6 and 5.
yeah. You can. I mean, it's different. Yeah, but in my eyes, they both. I don't really value the rings as much as I do the player. You know what I mean? As far as being a GOAT. Because if you value the rings, then you gotta
Bill
consider.
Russell,
You
yeah.
gotta consider everybody.
You can throw Kareem got 6 just like
What
Jordan.
Horny? You can go throw him up there. What he got 8 or something like that. Yeah. So I don't really value the rings. I value the player and Kobe and just how he was. And Jordan, I feel like Jordan the same way. But yeah, those is, I say them too.
Yeah, that Redeem Dream drop tomorrow, so
Yeah, I can't really pick between Kobe and Jordan, to be honest. But
yeah, I already know mine. Mine's definitely go James, Billy Goat. Yeah, that's my guy, man. He's all around full complete player. Longevity, just consistent. I mean, I want to talk about peak spin. It's never 25-7 guy all year round.
I'll say this: if you watch Kobe and you watch Jordan and then you watch LeBron, you're not gonna be in awe at what LeBron does. You're gonna be at awe at what Kobe does. Because Jordan do some crazy stuff that you ain't never seen before. Kobe dunk on you, he'll dunk on 3 players at the same time. You know what I mean? He'll do some crazy. He just got crazy footwork. His jump shot is crazy. LeBron is stiff as cardboard, bro. He does that one. Everybody know that one dribble. Like
It's unguardable though.
It's unguardable. He makes it, but it's his best move. And like
that is true. His game has evolved. I don't think that was his game in 2013.
LeBron won't hit nobody with an Allen Iverson crossover. One of them, he'll never do that. I don't think I ever
That's
seen
never
LeBron
been
do
his
that.
game.
Because he's not
He's not a
skilled
shooting
like
guard
that.
either.
He's not skilled like that. Now, what LeBron is the best athlete ever. That's what I would give him. I would give him the best athlete, not the best basketball player.
I'll give you that.
I'm gonna say
I'll give
best
you that.
basketball player.
Yeah, I won't.
I won't give you that.
I won't.
Hopefully, if Lord keep doing his thing, he's gonna end up top 5 rebound. top 5 assists.
Yeah, that's just past that. You gotta think about it. Like Kawhi Leonard and people like those, they'll never reach those accolades because they're not playing for those. Like he's taking time off during the season. He's you know what I mean? He's what they call it. What Stephen they call it? Load management.
Yeah,
so he's
I
load
don't.
there you
management.
go.
See, I don't really like
Playing
that because
20 games.
You gotta
Yeah, 20
think,
games a season.
you gotta
He ain't
think,
packed.
you
He's
gotta
stacked
think
packed.
LeBron went to 8 finals, so how did he have time to load manage?
Yeah, he
went
could.
to 8 straight finals.
Yeah,
so
because he was in
you
the
got-
gym. That's
All right,
what, that was his
we gotta
intention.
hop off
you gotta
this
think
topic.
about the longevity. Like I feel like from when he got to the league, he's been dominant.
All right,
He has. He's
And
a
I
great
feel like
athlete.
there's no such thing as load management when he got to go to 8 finals in a year. Like if you go to 8 straight finals, when do you have time to sit?
Okay, we get you're a LeBron
That
lover.
means you got other teams.
Halftime, heat check.
No, we're not doing halftime.
I love LeBron.
I want to ask one more question before we actually get into halftime check. How do you think the game has evolved, and do you think the game has evolved since 2018 when you started filming?
Oh yeah, it definitely has evolved. I mean, in the aspect of what, just the game period.
In general, yeah. Since you started filming.
Skill wise,
Okay,
players, I guess.
well, let me speak on what I do as far as filming. So I will say the game has changed as far as filming goes. You can't ignore it now, right? Before, I said a couple years ago, it wasn't that many cameramen. It wasn't a big thing. You didn't have media outlets at every tournament. It wasn't like that, but now it is. So I say it changed like that. The kids are responding to cameras and stuff. They looking after every bucket and stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, and this is, I don't think it's the cameraman. I don't think it's at the cameraman's hands. Like, I don't think it's their issue. I just think it's something that happened over time. You know what I mean?
I like that. Yeah.
It's just something that that's where the game is going. But yeah, definitely.
And that's funny. So like, I got a funny one. Like, so have you ever had to make highlights or do a video for somebody that wasn't as decent? How do you finesse that?
Yeah.
Like, so you got players. I mean, they're going to come to you. Hey, yo, man, I want my kid to. I want you to record my kid.
Right.
Do you ever have to deal with kids that don't really have the skill set as most other kids? How do you finesse that? How do you finesse that?
And really, it's no finesse. It's if you don't perform, you won't have a mixtape.
Okay.
If you don't perform, you won't have a highlight. Now you can have 5 layups, and if you want me to make you a highlight of that, then sure.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I can't finesse it. I can't finesse it in that aspect. You have to
score.
I talked to one guy, and he makes videos too, and he said, I did a video for a kid that had a steal.
Yeah.
Only one steal.
Yeah. So when something happens like that, you just pretty much tell the parent, like, or you tell them beforehand, it's just something that I can't control that. So your mixtape is going to be based off of your performance. If you perform, then you got something good. If not, then you don't have nothing good.
Is that just a warning you get to your peers for
That's policy. Yeah, that's policy. That's
okay,
policy.
I like that.
Yeah, yes, sir. Don't be mad at me because your boy ain't performing.
Yeah, so you just gotta tell. So how do you do that? So do you like, yo, I'll try your son next game or something?
So you pay me for your time. You pay me for your time, basically. You know what I mean? And then I do give you a discounted rate for the next game.
Okay, I like that.
All right.
So that's how I fix it.
Well, after this, let's just go ahead. What do you got? What are you wearing today? You got the pants.
I ain't got a little bit of nothing on, man. A little bit of nothing. Just some regular jeans and a Nike shirt.
Got the Nike tee. All right. I got a vintage shirt.
I should have the boys in the gym on, but I'm slacking.
We got the national championship on. This was in Indianapolis, actually. I got some forces on today. We always gotta.
Yes, sir.
Right here. And thanks to Indy's Finest Vintage for the shirt. Thank you guys for the shirt. And Kenny, what are you rocking today?
Regular old
Vans.
Vans jacket, Vans shoes, some jeans, and regular old shirt and white every single day.
And then thank you to DL Switch Customs for our logo, as always. I'm always plugging you, DL. So make sure to subscribe on YouTube, like, and comment as well. I did that backwards. Follow us on all social media platforms at Heat and Soul Podcast, and then we'll see you in the next segment. All right, so getting back to it, rankings. You as a videographer, what do you think about rankings? What are your opinions on rankings?
A lot of politics, bro. A lot of politics, man. All right, so my personal opinion as far as rankings is, honestly, it's biased. When you get to the middle school level, it's all one or two people's opinion. I'm gonna say how it is, and then I'm gonna say how it should be. Honestly, it's basically one or two people creating a list of players and basically just putting it out there. It's it got some value to it. You know, sometimes they might be in the ballpark. You know what I mean? But every name and every person that you see is not it's not all accurate. Yeah. So one thing I'm gonna say to just the players and the people out there that's listening, for people that really take that stuff serious, y'all gotta stop, right? Y'all first have to understand that nobody else determines your value. So don't let somebody else determine what you are, who you are, how good of a player you are, because only you can do that, right? Yeah. Only you can determine your own value. So don't pay too much attention to it. It's just something that other people hang their hat on and say this is what you are. It's just business.
And you're right, because your game got shot at the end of the day. You can't be ranked nowhere if your game don't show.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
No matter what. So I understand you got to back it up yourself no matter what. Especially like the Hoopers got to back it up.
Right.
And some of the kids that are ranked, they do back it up.
Yeah,
some can play.
Yeah,
right.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to get too deep into it.
Yeah. So, man, just basically pretty much, bro, that's how it is. Yeah. So, but let's take it here. Like I said, if you're in charge of rankings, right? So, look, let's call them out. So, the national ranking sites that we got,
coast to coast.
Okay, T3. We got Top Spot. They just dropped their ranking.
Okay.
Never heard
for this coming year, right?
This coming year, yeah. Okay. What? I don't know if Global does rankings.
I don't know. They used to.
But you got some.
You got your three main sites.
3 or 4 of your main companies.
And then you got some bogus ones.
And then you got some bogus ones for sure, right? So this, honestly, I know who's where, who's at what tournaments, who's pulling up where for the most part, right? And if y'all not watching these players, or you're not ranking players from actually seeing them with your own eyes, throw the list away.
Off highlights.
Yeah, throw the list away. You can't say this person is number 4 in the country because you saw 10 of their mixtapes. You know what I mean?
Mixtapes manipulate.
Yeah.
You're gonna look like a superstar.
You know what I mean? That's not valid. So if you're not pulling up watching these players, then you can't do it. You know what I mean?
Because they can take 35 shots in a game, like LiAngelo Ball. Take him for instance. He took after like 35 shots his senior year, and he's only hitting like 16, 15 shots.
I don't know.
But it was like serious. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He would take 35 a game, but it's not. I mean, when you take a lot, you make a lot.
Yeah, fact. So you gotta have that percentage. But yeah, man, y'all just gotta get eyes on these people that y'all ranking for the most part. Yeah, and the main thing is don't let nobody determine your value. Make sure you standing on who you are and how good you are based off of the stuff that you do and the work that you put in, not somebody else's opinion.
I really like that.
Yeah, facts.
Like you said,
that's what I tell my son.
So how would you prefer? How would you like the rankings to be? Would you simply like the coaches? The ranking players?
Nah, because the coaches is biased too. So you gotta have people that don't have skin in the game. So people that don't have kids
that just know the game.
That just are fans of basketball, and it needs to be a board, right? It needs to be a board. Let's say those people that we named and listed, if they have cameramen that can go out in the field and capture these players in different regions. Yeah. So if you're on the East Coast, you got a group of 2 or 3 players. We're talking about whoever's on the East Coast is doing rankings over there. Yeah. Whoever's in the Midwest doing rankings.
You got West Coast, you got down south.
Right.
West Coast, yeah.
You know what I mean? It just needs to be a board. And for the people who are actually out in the field with eyes on these players, y'all need to be reporting to them, getting their opinion, and then it needs to be a collective vote and a collective effort.
A board, almost a board.
It needs to be a board, bro. It needs to be a board.
It
should not be 1 or 2 people that's making rankings for the whole country.
It's very biased.
Stuff that's coming out off of a Word document.
Yeah, come on now. And then y'all gotta stop doing that too. Y'all gotta stop seeing the Word documents or the stuff that people post on their phones and going back and sharing them like it's valid and stuff, and it's not. I know everybody want a little piece of clout, but
we get something to come out like that in March.
Y'all gotta stop doing that. Throw them away. They're not worth it. They ain't worth nothing. Throw them away. Stop using them. Stop looking at them.
That's actually good. I mean, I actually got a question for you, Clint. I mean, you hooping right now. What's keeping you motivated looking at these lists? Do it motivate you? What type of space does it put you in?
Yeah, it is a motivator because you see some of these kids, you're like, bro, I'm better than them. You know what I mean? Like some lists you're not even on. You're like, come on now, like you.
Yeah.
And then some kids you see are like 30, and you're like, I'm just throwing it out there, but like you're like, how is this kid better than me? I've played against him. I've seen him play multiple times on multiple occasions. I've been you know what I mean? It's so yeah, there is a motivational part in there. And it's like you want to prove there's something to prove,
Right.
and I feel like I was talking to Dad earlier. Like this is a very personal thing. Like now that I have now that I have like a social media platform and something to build off of, I have a reason. Like at first, like I didn't really have a reason to play basketball, but now I feel like I have a reason to play because I have something to play for. Yep. And I feel like this is something I have. Like Heat and Soul is something I really have to play for.
I like that.
Yeah, on a personal level, because it's more personal now. Because I have people come up to me, they're like, Heat and Soul. You know what I mean? So it's a person. That's what I'm known as. So that's a brand that I have to go out there and show. Hey, Heat and Soul can really play. You know what I mean? Even like with your kid,
I like that.
Indy Sports Film kid. He can play. You know what I mean? That's something. That's a brand that you have to protect.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So now I have a reason to play. But no. Let's get into a little bit more like conversation wise. Who is the best player you've ever filmed?
Middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Best player I've ever filmed. Ooh, that's tough.
I don't like the name. I'll beep it out.
That's tough. That's tough, bro. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure.
If you don't want to answer that,
I say. I mean, of course, you got a lot of talent here, man. You got a lot of talent in the area. Locally, yeah. I don't know, bro. That's a tough question.
if you don't want to answer, how about high school? Let's go high school.
High school.
Give me your top 5 in high school.
Who have I filmed? Really good high school players. I filmed Melo in high school. LiAngelo Ball in high school. Who else is super good? From Decatur, what's his name? Javon Tracy is super good in high school. But he's playing football. Man, I don't know. You put me on the spot, bro. I filmed a lot of athletes, man.
Too many to think of.
Too many to think of, bro. I don't know, but I say some of the middle school athletes is really popping right now. Of course, Coop. Yeah, man. I love Coop, bro. I love his game. I love his effort. I love his energy. I love his will to win. I love his competitiveness. I love his mindset. You know what I mean? Just as a player. So Coop's one of my favorite players, man, for sure.
Going to high school basketball, who do you think's winning the Florida State championship this year? You think these are going to take it home a book? Xavier Booker?
They should.
I mean, there's just Xavier. He's just he's a different freaking animal.
Is it gonna be them or Carmel or something?
I don't know if Carmel's got in the bag this year. You know who is tough this year? Mir freaking Carson.
He's nice. He is nice. He got game.
Yeah, he can play.
Yeah.
He can play.
It's a couple of them that's gonna be out there this year.
Jalen Harrelson.
Where's he going?
Fishers.
Oh yeah. Jalen. Yeah, he's gonna be super nice.
Yeah, Miles
So he's a
Cole.
sophomore now. Yeah.
He's a junior this year. Yeah, he is.
He was a freshman last year, wasn't he? I think so. I don't know, but yeah, he's gonna be tough. For sure.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, I think he might be a sophomore.
Miles Coleman.
They got
Committed.
Fisher's gonna be fire too. Yeah, shout out Fishers.
They're gonna be. They have a good coach there. I like their coach.
Yeah.
He's super cool cat.
Mm-hmm.
No, but this year's gonna be a real good year for high school basketball. I think because
I can't wait, bro.
we have a lot of talent. I mean, what we just named right there. I mean, they're all D1. Book's gonna be lottery. I mean,
Yeah.
he's committed to
I can't
Michigan
wait,
State.
bro. I can't wait.
This is gonna be a real exciting year for high school basketball in Indiana.
Yes, sir.
So now actually back to you, Clint. Where y'all think y'all going this year? You know, with the squad you got. What's your goals, man, for
My Brownsburg squad.
Yeah, what do you think?
We have a real good team this year. I haven't seen our schedule yet, but we should win county.
Okay.
Conference will be a fight, but I think we can take home conference.
Are y'all coming with the same guys this year? Y'all coming with some
I'm
new
not
cats?
sure. I can't say yet.
Okay.
I'm not even sure yet.
I like that though.
I'm not sure. It's too early to tell, but my mindset is
That's your goals. So
yeah,
that's a team. Right?
yeah. Especially, well, that's my goal. I don't know about my team yet.
Right.
I have to sit down and, you know what I mean, talk. But I hope that's their goal because, you know what I mean. If you want to come play, give me 5 guys. You know, I don't care if you got heart. Come out there, give me 5 guys that'll play
Yeah.
and go and actually want something
Right.
and go run it up. I mean, that's how it is.
I like
That's how it's got to be. You got to have 5 guys with heart on the floor that actually want to play for something.
I like that.
And I feel like we ran into that issue last year with our team, but especially with like young coaches, like we didn't have our coaches were real nice guys, but it was the basketball experience that our team I felt lacked. But this year, I think going into this year, we're definitely gonna learn from what we had last year.
I like
What
that.
happened with county and conference last year? I was hurt last year. I played with a broken tailbone,
Right.
so
Dang.
it was
That's tough.
and there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
There's literally nothing. I mean,
Time
look,
goes.
Still gotta
what
get
did
that
I use? What's that green stuff called? Oh, it's not icy hot. Biofreeze.
Biofreeze.
Hey, we should do a spot.
Had to grease yourself up every game.
We should try to do something on biofreeze.
Had to grease
You know what?
yourself up.
Broken tailbone, that's tough.
Had to grease yourself up. I like that, man. Yeah, I like it, man. So that's the goals, man. I like that. Do you got any individual goals for your son, man, going into this coming season, or team goals you expect? You know what I
Except
mean?
for my boy.
Yeah, of course.
So man, with my son, bro, and his journey, I'm just trying to get him to be smarter. You know what I mean?
Right.
His IQ off the court is so amazing. Like you can tell him and ask him anything about any spot on the court, any play, anything, and he'll know the answer. So just getting him to slow his mind down and being able to do those things that he knows off the court. on
Slow the
court,
game down
slow
to
the
it,
game
yeah.
down. Yeah, just do all those things because his skill set is there, his mindset is there. Just
I like
getting him to think and be slow the game down for him. Yeah, so and then step into that leadership role and really develop as a leader. So,
Get him over 5.
Yeah, shout out to them. Yeah. When's your first game, man? By the way?
November 3rd.
And I do want to talk about something real quick, and I do want to congratulate you on another thing.
Yeah.
You had your first Indy Sports Film camp.
Facts.
He had his first Indy Sports Film camp. Do you have plans for the next one?
Yeah, we're gonna do one next year too. Yeah, we're gonna take it up a notch. We're gonna have 2 gyms this year. Yeah,
Okay.
so this year we just did something small, like 50 kids, 2-day camp. Yeah, so thank you for everybody that came out. Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah,
Love y'all for that.
Did you enjoy it, man? That was fire.
Yeah, it was lovely, bro. Ran by Zach Sigmund, one of the best trainers in the state of Indiana.
He's got his
And the
kid, right?
Midwest, yeah, he's fired, man. He's fired. If anybody needs a trainer, I say go tap in with him. LaGore Boys and Girls Basketball Club. He's one of the best out here, man. So yeah.
And then football. He filmed a ton of football.
Yeah, I did a lot of football.
A
So
lot of
outside
football.
of basketball season, which is my main season, I always tap into football. I do a lot of football, and I love doing football too, man. I was actually in high school. I was actually better at football than basketball.
Oh, okay.
I just like basketball more. So
Yeah.
filming football is still, it's still therapeutic for me. I still like filming. So yeah.
If people want to book you, how do they book you?
So right now, just hit the DM. Everything is direct to consumer. So you don't have to go on the website or nothing. Just tap in with me, DM me, and based on my availability, we'll get you taken care of.
Any goals going into the end of the year? You know what I mean? The end of the year for just your brands that you got going on. Anything you trying to like push and you got any goals you're trying to meet by the end of the year? Just about building and getting better.
Yeah, well, we still coming with the merch. I know last year I had limited colors, but this year we're doing colors for all the schools. So whatever school you go to, we got purple coming, we got orange coming, we got gold coming, we got all of the school colors coming. So right. So it's gonna blend with everybody's jersey. So whatever school district you at, we're gonna have some merch to match your jersey. So we're trying to get that out there. That's the short term goal. I say long term goal is just keep building, bro. Keep doing the same thing, getting better, upgrading some camera equipment, and just doing the same thing, making it a little bit better.
I like that.
But as we wrap this podcast up, is there anything else you want to hit on? Anything else you got to hit on? Anything else you got? Got any call outs, any shout outs, anything like that?
Just shout out to everybody who supported over the past years, man. Everybody who ever liked the picture, shared the video, watched the YouTube video. Anybody who's booked and supported, I definitely appreciate y'all. Even if y'all haven't bought some merch, or even if you just said, bro, I appreciate what you're doing. That means a lot. You know what I mean? Nothing goes for granted, and I appreciate every single one of y'all views, every single like. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart, man. It means the world to me to have people support something that you do. So
Yeah,
thank y'all a lot, man, for real.
Make sure to go follow them on all social media platforms.
All social media platforms.
Indy Sports Film, the #1 youth.
Yeah, and one more thing, or two more things actually. I just thought of this. So the first person that actually let me know that this business was something that I could do, the first person who ever purchased a video from me was Coop.
Wow.
It was Dan. It was Dan. This was back when Coop was probably he was third grade, third grade, something like that. And he asked me, could you do one of those videos for my boy? And he was the first person that ever purchased a video from me outside of me doing free work for other people and then doing stuff for my son. So he kind of open my eyes up to the fact that I can get paid from this and I can offer it as
Make it a
service.
business.
So, yeah, and I can make it a business. So much respect to them, man. Yeah. And for all the kids out there, follow your dreams, follow your passions. Make sure y'all always locked into what it is that you want to do. Follow your heart, follow your goals, man, and don't let nobody get in your way.
Well,
yeah, facts.
yeah, super cool. But I want to thank you once again.
Appreciate it.
Always
Yes, sir.
nice chatting it up.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you for having me, man.
But make sure to go check them out on Indy Sports Film. Go cop some merch. Our Heat and Soul merch. Make sure to cop some of it.
Yes,
Follow
sir.
us on all social medias at Heat and Soul Podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, sir.
We're out, Heat and Soul Podcast. It was nice seeing y'all.